Ever thought about what it'd be like to be in another galaxy? I have to, and it's pretty big to think about. But then when you see it in your face, it's kind of crazy. That's what Interstellar did. The movie Interstellar takes place in the far future, I hope. And Earth is experiencing a massive blight that is making our home inhabitable. Cooper, which as we all know is the one and only Matthew McConaughey, my man, was a former pilot who had a love for exploration. In his daughter's room, they discover a binary code of coordinates to the NASA base, and Cooper is told to leave on a mission to save Earth because this professor guy had an equation to solve Earth's gravitational situation and all that good stuff. Murph, his daughter, is telling him to stay, please. And so does Murph's room. Or ghost pal, so she thinks.
Stay. It says stay down.
Cooper still leaves with the other brave souls, and they make it to the wormhole that the professor described that they must go through to find another planet to bring humanity to. They go through the wormhole, and they make their way to Miller's planet. It's so close to Gargantua that its gravity is actually nuts. They attempt to get Miller's data, but one of the astronauts dies, and also 23 years passed on Earth. Shout out to Doyle. Murph is a lot older now and is working for the scientist guy. Murph is pretty much like some researcher. It's never specified what she does at NASA, but I'm sure it's the same deal that her dad did. Like, the guy is old and passing, and as he passes, he tells Murph it's all a sham. They head to Man's planet, where Dr. Man is in hibernation. The planet looks pretty habitable and might be according to Man. Man shows the planet and then tosses from Cooper, and then they have to escape, but Dr. Man is trying to leave too, but then fails, and then it's just Amelia and Cooper now. They gotta go. They gotta leave. On the way, Tars and Cooper sacrifice their life to get Amelia to slingshot around Gargantua and go to Edmonds. Cooper is ready to see beyond the horizon, but then enters the tesseract. This is a quote-unquote place where time is physical, and while having a manic episode, Cooper and Tars are figuring out a way to save Earth. They figure out how to get some quantum data through the coolest CGI sequence that Murph is the answer. Cooper finally realizes that his love for his daughter can transcend any dimension and any time, and that Amelia was right. Tars tells Coop everything that Earth needs to know about how to survive and bring humanity to safety. He gets back on quote-unquote home just to find out they're in a space station. Murph saved humanity and is pretty much on her deathbed. Murph and Cooper have a sweet little moment, and then she tells him to leave and go explore since she is now passing. That movie had all types of phenomena, stuff like wormholes, the tesseract zone, and also like the black hole. That thing was beautiful. The time dilation. Thank God this is all happening in a movie. But imagine that junk happening in space. The wormhole is a theory that postulates theoretical passages through time and space that creates shortcuts for a cool little journey across space. This is how Rama explains it. Pretty cool, eh? Now this phenomenon is actually kind of nuts. It's the tesseract. The tesseract zone, which is a cool little CGI moment, it's pretty much just geometry. It's a 4-dimensional hypercube, which can be as big as it wants, pretty much. It's like existing outside of a normal cube. The tesseract zone was used to show time as a physical realm, because being human, we can't comprehend time more than just being linear. Like, let's see more. Yeah. Now, black holes are actually real. It's an end stage of a star and has so much matter compacted in it that its gravity is so intense no light can escape it. It's really pretty. Like, the thing's gorgeous. Look at that girl. Look at her go. Time dilation is real as well. I don't know how to calculate time and how they did all that, which is pretty smart. But time is different in different parts of space. For example, Gargantua's gravity was so strong that it affected Miller's planet's time, making almost every second on Miller a day back on Earth. Time became a resource, just like food and water with the mission. I had to rewatch the movie about once or twice more to fully understand it. it's kind of hard to wrap your head around sometimes, but I think it is visually the most beautiful movie I've ever seen, and I think it has a cute message about how love is bigger than any of us and it can transcend any dimension. Who knows if that's real? But I think it was also just realistic in the sense of like not everyone was gonna survive, but my man Matthew McConaughey was gonna survive. Like, that's my man. But awesome sauce movie, 10 out of 10, would recommend. And here are my credits.